Around the circle,
We're actually going to multitask.
Whoa!
Women, we can do this. We can triple tap. Okay, so we're going to actually start, okay, and follow your numbers, the individuals I would be reading, but we're also going to be handing the basket around, and the basket has to be empty. So the idea is to take at least one, because when it gets down to doing the memorial and recognizing the individuals who have succumbed to hepatitis, we read their names in respect. So the basket has to be empty. Okay, so you take one pet, so we're just going to run until it's done. But we're going to start, because I promised 6. Now somebody has a lighter, right?
A smoker that nobody actually likes.
We're a minority.
That's it, but when they need a light, I'm the first one to ask.
Oh, it's on the table. Okay, so
Yeah.
no, that's okay. You can stay there. But Petra or Joan probably. Joan, you're over there. Can you're gonna be closest to the table, so if you can just switch.
Do you need a lighter?
Okay, you're gonna light the candle first one. We can do things so formal here.
It's a process.
It's a process. Okay.
Did everybody get a thing?
Eventually, yeah.
I know this from me.
And he's so sorry he walked in that door.
Husband's all good.
Okay. And then when we'll when I say we're gonna flip the lights off when we do the candle thing, and Darren's
Where are the lights? Okay.
Yeah.
Gail's got the lights.
You're gonna have to take something. Somebody's gonna have to go along here. Okay, good evening. My name is Sam. I'm the Director of Health here, and I'd like to welcome you to our first collaborative candlelight memorial and vigil to recognize Global Hepatitis Day. First, let us recognize our presence on the traditional territory of Salish people and give our thanks. We would like to ask for Darren's quick blessing.
Thank you, grandfathers, grandmothers, for today. We ask that you would watch over us, bless the proceedings that are about to go, the ones that have come before and the ones who are about to go ahead of us. We thank you, Creator.
This day is set for individuals from around the world to come together to bring attention to Global Hepatitis Day. The theme for this 3rd anniversary, there's 5. High impact to encourage the public to take notice of viral hepatitis. We're living. Get protected, get tested, get vaccinated, and get treated. Everybody blow out your candles. Not ready yet. Blow them up.
Blow them out?
Blow them up.
Except the
Yeah,
angel.
we're not even close.
All of them?
Yeah.
Angel.
Just leave the angel, sorry.
Leave the angel.
Number 1.
Tonight we claim this time and space as ours to bear witness to and honor those among us struggling bravely with this disease. We are also part of a much larger global structure where people like you and I are gathering in groups, small and large, to reaffirm their commitment to recognize our deed, acknowledge our success through the human spirit, and remind those in power that our fight is far from over. This is an event which has tremendous emotional, political, and spiritual dimensions, and we welcome the participation of each and every one of you. Thank you for being here with us.
As we begin this memorial and vigil, let us turn inward for a moment. Let us take some time to bring all of our awareness, our mind, all of our energy fully into the present, allowing our bodies to be grounded in the sacred time and space. We the people, we the communities battling hepatitis claim this time and space as ours, to bear witness to and to honor those among us living with this disease, our friends, our loved ones who day by day and with tremendous courage and dignity struggle bravely to fight and survive this disease.
We claim this time and space to remember those no longer with us, our friends, lovers, parents, sisters, brothers, children, and others stolen from us by this pandemic. We claim this time and space to extol our appreciation to those who work untiringly to take us forward and beyond this moment to a brighter future. We claim this time and space to remind those in power that we will not cease the fight for health and dignity that we each deserve. But above all, we claim this time and space to become the leaders, not in silence, but as a growing chorus of people who care for and love each other.
Tonight we join community-based organizations, religious groups, and coalitions of people gathered together around the world, some in groups much larger, some a lot smaller, some freely in the open, some hidden from hostile forces, some dry and warm, and some in the rain, in over 3,000 locales in many countries. We all tell our stories and light candles in solidarity with others living with hepatitis, and come together for the memory of some and the blessedness of others.
We think about the services and medicines we have and why this cannot be the case for all. We think about those who are persecuted for doing what we as human beings are prone to do.
We think about the young and the old, the women and the children, the newly diagnosed and the long-term survivors. Keep on going? No. We think about those in power and wonder why more cannot be done. We wonder why so many do not have access to this treatment. We wonder why sometimes our voice is not heard. Tonight we renew the fight for global end to hepatitis.
Tonight we also claim this time and space to remind those in Parliament, my favourite, in the provincial legislature and those in the bureaucracy that the fight against hepatitis is far from over. In fact, we're just beginning. The fight against hepatitis remains and continues to be a paramount community, national and worldwide issue. We remind those in power that they must not only continue to but do more to fund and to support the critical work of the frontline community hepatitis organizations, those agencies which effectively reach people and not the white elephants. These are the agencies that provide support, education and palliative care services so desperately needed in cities, towns and villages and reserves all across this province, this nation and around the world.
HIV/AIDS has slipped somewhat in its place on society's agenda, but the issue has not gone away, and it is up to us to put the item back on the table and restart community discussion and awareness. We need to continue the fight against stigma and discrimination, and instead focus upon increasing the quality of life for those with hepatitis and other co-infections. We're here tonight to be heard and to rekindle the flame of hope.
We claim this time and space not to be visible and real, now to be visible and real, to honor and validate our experience, giving ourselves full permission to publicly have and express the full range of our emotions, including our anger and our grief, to release and let go, and hopefully to heal.
Lighting fires to remember the dead is an ancient custom common to many cultures around the world. From ancient times, people have revered fire to provide warmth, cook food, and keep back the darkness. In sacred groves, in temples, shrines, churches, synagogues, in mosques, in the big house, in the lodges of shamans, on mountaintops, people have lit and still light sacred fires to invoke or symbolize the presence of the spirit, as well to symbolize remembrance and hope. Tonight is our night to light candles, not only for those no longer with us, but those still under the infirmity which Hep C leaves upon us all. Tonight, oil lamps and candles will be lit in African and Southeast Asian villages. Candlelight processions will take place in Latin America, and interfaith services will be held throughout the United States and Europe. Here we will kindle a fire of remembrance, and with the power of our love, we'll also transform it into a fire of healing and hope. With this flame, we invoke compassion and support for all who have been touched by this disease.
Just as